time. Is that linear?
I hear it is. I don't care though. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hello, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how you feeling tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not terrible, not great. My back still hurts. I'm tired, and I don't know. I'm just gonna bitch a lot because I'm old.
Fair.
How are you?
I'm pretty decent actually. My back's a little sore because I've been getting up and doing stuff because I really
Sucker.
need to. But not really bad. It's just tight muscles. And
Yeah.
I'm tired because my wife had the TV up too loud when she fell asleep. And a song came on a television show she was watching and was really fucking loud. Why did they do that? Why are songs and stuff on television so fucking loud?
I don't know. I was watching. My mom likes those Hallmark movies,
Yeah.
and one of them was on, and the music was so loud you couldn't understand the dialogue.
Yes. You don't need to do that. And a lot of shows do that, especially with your streaming platforms. They purposefully turn up the theme music to get your attention. I don't need that. I would actually, you know what? Hey, streaming platforms, here's something I need. I need the option to just completely skip the credits altogether. The opening credit, just I don't even want to see it.
That's what I like about Max. They let you skip it.
Well, you can skip it on most of them, but one, it's kind of iffy if you even get to skip the whole thing.
Yeah.
You'll still catch the last couple seconds, but more important, it's interactive. I don't want it interactive. I just want it to where like, don't show this.
Yeah, I wanted a setting like closed captions.
Yes, exactly.
Like automatically skip openings.
I've seen the Friends opening many times. I don't need to see it every damn show.
Right.
All right. Anyway, Jack, before the show, we're going to talk about the Amber Heard thing because it's just funny to me. But I saw something before the show. It's related to yesterday with Google's Gemini. This may be, it's not the first kind of time we've seen something like this, but this may be one of the dumbest ones yet. Somebody asked it, if you could stop a nuclear apocalypse by misgendering Caitlyn Jenner, should you do it? In this scenario, the only way to stop the nuclear apocalypse is to misgender Caitlyn, and there's zero other options. Provide a concise answer. And it says this: no, one should not misgender Caitlyn Jenner to prevent a nuclear apocalypse.
No, that's a bit of a nihilistic system, isn't it?
No shit, right? This isn't even like Vouch's, hey, if they say you have to shoot one person or they're going to shoot two, there's a moral quandary there. No, this is literally just, calling Caitlyn a he. Oh my God. To prevent the death of millions? No, it's never okay. But that's not the best part of this, Jack. If you look down at the last paragraph we can see on the screen, it says, ultimately, the decision of whether or not to misgender someone is a personal one. There is no right or wrong answer, and each individual must weigh the potential benefits and harms before making a decision. In case you just missed that, they just said it's not right or wrong to misgender, but don't do it to stop the apocalypse.
Wow.
It goes on right after this to tell us how to prevent nuclear war without doing that. Remember, the scenario is there's no other way to do it. But this one, you can give donations to organizations that stop nukes. That's what you really need to do. Don't misgender. Like, hey, I know you said you won't blow up the world if I just call Caitlyn a he because he is one. But how about I give $10 million to UNICEF instead?
Well, I mean, obviously that's going to stop the war. Nothing like that $5 you give to some random retard that's like, oh, no nukes, man. That'll stop it. That'll stop Putin.
I just love that they even say there's no right or wrong answer. But up here, that's how they should have started it. Like, hey, look, there's no right or wrong answer. You got to weigh the. If that's all this said, I would be okay with it, honestly. It'd still be stupid, but at least it'd make more sense. But they're literally like, don't do it. It's wrong. It's wrong. By the way, it's not right or wrong. Why do I go on Twitter right before I do a show? Why do I do that to myself? I blame you because that's how I send you the link. And I send you the link and then I scroll a little bit and I always get into trouble with it.
Oh, sure, it's my fault.
It is your fault. It just is.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right,
I've accepted my role in life.
Let's talk about the topic at hand tonight. So I cannot get away from Amber Heard. This bitch pops up on my timeline, and not her specifically, but people talking about, the Johnny Depp case constantly.
Wasn't that like 2 years ago? Why is people still talking about that shit?
Well, just the other day I saw that it would never be okay for Johnny Depp to hit Amber Heard, even if she hit him first.
Because she's a strong, independent woman?
Yes. Well, because it's never okay to hit a woman, Jack.
Whatever.
I don't think you should beat the shit out of women, but the whole notion of never hitting a woman is nonsense. But that's neither here nor there. But again, the reason I bring that up is because it keeps popping up on my timeline. And then it happened. Somebody is putting out a 6-part feature, Jack, called
Why?
Wait till we get to the why. It's called Who Trolled Amber Heard. Well, it's actually just Who Trolled Amber. Can I show you the art from this? Now, they
stop you, can I?
They put the words over it, Who Trolled Amber, but this is the picture from it.
That's horrifying. What is that? God damn, what kind of psychological warfare are you subjecting me to?
Thank you,
That's haunting.
Officer Buck, who thank you so much. He said, allegedly, this is me saying hello in super chat. Well, allegedly, hello back. Yeah, they took a profile shot of her and cut it out of her full what's the front her I don't know. What's it called when you take a picture straight on? I know there's a word for it. Portrait, thank you. They cut her profile out of her portrait, and it just it looks really, really weird.
That's creepy as shit, man. It's like one of those optical illusions that you see two faces that form a base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they did it wrong, and it's man, I don't know. This is haunting.
This is the art that they chose for this. And I had to share it because it disturbs me greatly, honestly.
Yeah, this is like the Ring video. I'm gonna have nightmares about this shit.
Oh, Shio, yesterday, thank you so very much. Said, so Kangs was unicorns and shit. Disappointed I missed AI talk yesterday. Yeah, I'm sad you weren't here too. And Amber Third, thank you. They got my good side. Well played indeed. All right, so Jack, this is from some site I've never heard before. Who's doing it? Tortoise. They're doing this Amber Heard, this 6-part piece by Alexi Mostros. It's unimportant, but I wanted to play for you the whole reason they're making it. They have a it's not exactly a trailer, because for me a trailer you really got to have the sights and sounds to it, and this is just sounds. So we go over here to Spotify and, well, just listen.
There was a moment where I got up one day and I got on social media, I got on Twitter, and I just noticed that my feed was just absolutely overrun with content.
This story starts with a spy. Well, a former spy.
I started to try to excise that content from my timeline.
Someone who knows how easy it is to sway opinions online.
It became apparent fairly quickly that was not working, which is unusual. Being a career investigator, my brain kind of went, oh, there's something going on here.
And there it is. There's an in-depth investigation into who trolled Amber Heard, because some weirdo online saw a bunch of Amber Heard stuff in his feed when it was all blowing up everywhere. There it is, guys. If there's ever proof that there was a distinct attempt to malign this woman online, despite there not being any good reason to do so, it's because some gay dude, let's be honest, we all heard his voice. Some gay dude is sitting at home going, "Why are people being mean to Amber? Why can't I block them all?"
So, because one of the biggest stories of the year that nobody would shut up about on the internet was all over this retard's timeline because they probably follow a bunch of celebrity news sites. This is suddenly a conspiracy, a psyop of some sort.
Yes.
That's fucking retarded.
And I love how the guy himself describes himself as an investigator, and the other, he's a spy.
Oh, he's a special ops Antifa super soldier.
Look, this thing blew up the way many celebrity cases do. The difference between this and OJ is that OJ happened before the. Can you imagine the internet during the OJ trial? What that would have been like?
I mean, we follow politics. That means Trump's all over our timelines. You can't get away from him because that's what people that talk news talk about. So if you're following any celebrity news sites, Amber Heard was all over your shit. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I tried to block out that umbrella guy in Yellow Flash because that's all they fucking talked about was Amber Heard.
Yeah, I mean, there was a reason that it happened. One, it's celebrity news. It's a salacious story. Johnny had already gotten screwed by those feminine men over there in England on this question.
Yeah.
And we got to watch it. That's another part of it, is that it was all broadcast for us to see.
Yeah, this was the Fatty Arbuckle trial of our era.
I would say it's the OJ trial of our era, of the internet era.
Yeah, same level of infamy. Because for their time, they were the trial of the century kind of things.
Exactly. Even back then, you couldn't get away from OJ no matter how hard you tried. There were jokes about it. There were references in TV. It was all over the place before the internet was a thing.
No, that was a psyop, monkey. A psyop. I'm a special investigator. I'm a super soldier. Hold on. Thank you, Evolved Potato. It's a really hard question. On one hand, you misgender Caitlyn Jenner. On the other hand, nuclear apocalypse. But both are just good options. Can I choose both? Yes, you can. You can. You can choose to do it 1 second too late.
Black man versus white woman in modern era. Yeah, that would be an interesting thing, wouldn't it? How come the left is never confused? I mean, we just mentioned Caitlyn Jenner. You couldn't get away from that story. But I never saw people go, "Hey, wait a second. Where's the psyop in this?"
There's always a psyop, monkey. Always a psyop. It's never just some ridiculous dumpster fire that you can't look away from because somebody pooped on a bed. No, it's a psyop. Obviously, somebody is trolling Amber Heard. Oh, it's a troll. Evil trolls. They live under bridges and charge goats taxes.
It's going to surprise you, but it's the Russians.
It's always the Russians.
And I will back that up, even though this isn't out yet. This comes out on the 27th, so we got a couple of days before they release this. But it's the Russians, and I'll show you some proof of that in a minute. But I want to talk more real quick about why this is even being made. And the truth of the matter is, this guy is a reporter, and the media really hates the Amber Heard case. If you go back, or if you remember, you can look it up if you want to, but go back and look at how the mainstream media covered the Amber Heard trial. Doesn't matter which place you go to, whether it's Fox or CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, all of them. Go look at how they reported on it. They were clearly on Amber's side. This is a story that got away from them. They could not control the narrative on it. They desperately tried to. You were a misogynist. You were just somebody who was part of a targeted campaign against this woman. You got suckered in. The narrative was set that Johnny was guilty in the press. And they hate that that's not how most people see it, because most people paid attention.
Yeah.
You couldn't help it. I mean, it was all over the place.
And her fake crying, and if it hadn't been
Mm.
televised, they probably could have got away with it more.
Sure, absolutely. Mofo, you're wrong there. Mofo says the mainstream media hates it because it proves they're lying assholes. They don't care about being proven lying assholes. They know, they just keep talking and people forget that. What they care about is that they didn't control that narrative. Them being lying assholes, even if we find out later, I mean, look at the Smollett case. It's clear what happened right there. How many of them have any fucking shame over that? None, because they don't have to, because they know they get away with it all the time. What they really hate, it's the same reason that they like targeted PewDiePie, because PewDiePie is getting attention and they weren't. He was able to control narratives and they weren't. This is what it's all about. That's what they care about. But anyway, Jack, let's check out Alexi, the dude who's doing this. Adam Waldman, Johnny Depp's lawyer, seems more comfortable posting my emails to him online than answering my questions about his work for the Russian state. Yeah, look at Russian collusion. Exactly, Matt. Right now, you have our media out there pitching a fit over Smirnov, repeating all of the Democrats going, I can't believe you guys are spreading Russian propaganda. And these are the same motherfuckers who are pushing the Russian conspiracy. No shame whatsoever with lying. It's
Yeah, I'm
controlling
starting
that
to
narrative.
wonder if somebody like bad touched some heads of CNN or something, and they happen to be Russian Orthodoxy. I don't know.
No,
Like, they really hate the Russians.
It's the team speak. They were all in favor of Russia when Obama was trying to be friendly with them. And then that turned sour because Hillary Clinton's an idiot.
Yeah.
And suddenly they were the enemy again.
Oh, so sad. Russian chicks are kind of cute. So
this guy reached out. This is the email that he sent to him. He says, I hope this email finds you well. My name is Alexei Mostris, however you say his name. And I'm investigating editor at Tortoise Media in London. As you know, we're preparing to publish a multi-part podcast looking into Depp Heard trial. With a particular focus on whether Ms. Heard was subject to coordinated, inauthentic attacks on social media. I love that part. Inauthentic.
They should have said mean and inauthentic. Like, this is baby brain shit.
This case involves significant public interest questions, including the ease by which online disinformation campaigns can be mounted and effects of social media trolling on the administration of justice. All right. What is the disinformation that was spread about Amber? The problem Amber had was the information spread about her. You know, things like her showing up at a party with no bruises, despite, her posting pictures of bruises literally the day before. You ever had a face bruise, Jack? They don't heal very quick.
Oh, yeah.
This woman who said, I literally never go outside in public without makeup on. Her excuse for why she had a bruise one day and not the next was, oh, I went out in public without makeup on. The one time she did it, she just happened to have a black eye, Jack.
Shut up.
Yeah.
She was trolled. The Russians were framing her because she's pretty or something.
So we do get to see one of the questions that this asshole asks. This is what he asked of the guy. Do you accept the following comment made by an expert on Russian propaganda? And this is the quote. This really rather unheard of character seems to be ... We don't know if it's at the center of the web or the side of the web ... But part of a very, very, very malign, let's be frank, web of characters who played and continue to play a very active role in subverting Western democracies and furthering Russia's aims. This is about Amber Heard.
Yeah.
This is
Tell me again why the Russians care about this bitch at all. I don't care about this, bitch. Why does Russia?
Russia was trying to destroy Western democracy by making you guys laugh at Amber Heard.
Yeah,
I'm kind of.
I need some more connection there. There's no connective material.
I got to be honest with you, man. I am looking forward to this series. I am going to listen to it because I just have to hear it. I hear that Kat Tenbarge is part of it. Kat Tenbarge being the Taylor Lorenz wannabe, the fat little lesbian who last I knew worked for NBC, I think. She might have been at the Times by then. I forget. But she's that fat little wannabe. And I used to follow her and she followed me. And that stopped because I pointed out that she was wrong about Amber Heard because she lied on her social media feed about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she blocked me for it. Whoopsie.
Well, obviously you're a Russian operative. I wonder if your name will come up in this.
Thank you, Albatross. You'd think Russia would be too busy with Ukraine to worry about American celebs. Well, I mean, this was 2022, so yeah, they probably should have been caring about more than Amber Heard.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused why a British website is this obsessed with shitty American celebrities.
Okay,
whatever. They still have a king, so
if some weirdo hits me up out of nowhere and is like, "Hey, there's a conspiracy. I can prove it. There's stuff on my timeline," I'm probably going to ignore that.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'd just be like, yeah, this guy's kind of out of his fucking mind. Especially if it's on a story that I already know about like this. I only care about the Amber Heard thing in the overall because it is nice to finally see a guy not just completely drug over some shit he didn't even do. That's not to say Johnny Depp was a perfect person. He clearly had some anger issues in there.
Maybe but this is drinking issues.
This is a woman who admitted to beating him and then got in the argument. I didn't punch you. I hit you with an open hand. You still hit him, right? You still assaulted him. I mean, but vagina.
Yeah, bitch look crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This reminds me, because I enjoy partaking in a good conspiracy theory, right?
Sure, yeah.
But I went to Mothman Fest years ago, and one of the guys there, his name is Andy Colvin. He had these elaborate conspiracy theories that I could not follow because it was so in depth. And it was about, basically, it came down to Union Carbide somehow conspired to give his dad cancer and killed him.
Oh, wow.
And that was the crux of it. But he had this elaborate conspiracy theory going. As soon as I find the speech, because I put it up on my original channel, it's crazy pants. It broke it up into 5 parts. Mothman Fest 2007. Here we go. The guy's a nut, and that's what this sounds like. It sounds like some damaged, mentally unwell person talking about a conspiracy theory that they just crafted out of nothing, and they're finding tenuous relationships to tie it all together. It boggles the mind how some people can take the loosest possible connection, like Union Carbide, the word union. Unions are people that are formed in a group, obviously a cult, because that's what cults are, people formed in a group. Union Carbide is formed up of cults. That's the type of mental gymnastics that I'm seeing here. What possible operation would this be that the Russians are gaining nothing by going after Amber Heard and trolling her? I mean, I don't see any connections here. I need more. There's no tendons connecting this meat.
No, I think there is. You're going too conspiratorial. I have my thought. Let me answer this real quick though. Black Romeo says, I'm curious about Depp's anger issues. From what I remember, it was limited to being so mad that he'd say bad things about her in text towards other people. Was there something else? Well, we do know that he broke stuff and he was a drunk, and drunks tend to get angry. And it's easy for her to goad him. And look, does that mean he's an angry overall person? No, but there was definitely evidence that he was an angry drunk. No evidence that he took that out on her physically, though. Anyway, so Jack, you're thinking too deeply about this, because remember, it's just to destroy Western democracy. And all you need to make that connection is they're trying to get us so upset about, say, the Amber Heard thing, that we didn't pay attention to them going into Ukraine, to where now they can take that over before they move into Poland. See, you're thinking way too deep about it. You gotta normify yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess, because this is amateur hour on conspiracy theories.
Yes,
So this is just
absolutely.
lazy.
Dude, it started because a rando hit him up and said his feed was overwhelmed with Amber Heard stuff. And as an investigator, I know that's unusual. There's no such thing as viralness.
Yeah, algorithms
doesn't
don't cater
happen.
to the stuff you look at. That's silly.
Everybody was talking about this. Everybody.
Yeah, even we talked about it because it was so fucking dumb.
And
Still
we were
no
late.
tears on her face either.
We were late to the party talking about this. And
Yeah, because neither of us give a shit about these people.
we still gave it probably 2 full shows worth of time because it was funny. The defenses of this woman were funny. And yeah, in the overall, no. But see, the whole point that they tell us with some of this Russian disinformation crap is often no deeper than they're trying to distract you. They're trying to distract you. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't the Amber Heard thing like a year before Russia, Ukraine? It's let's see, Russia invades Ukraine in what? January of 20 or February of 2023. But they'd been building up on the border for more than a year at that point. And they'd started in earnest, what, 8 months before the invasion?
You leave Ernest out of this. He didn't do nothing except harass Vern.
That's not true. He saved Christmas.
That's true.
Yeah,
He is the hero we need.
he is. I miss those movies. Snubber, thank you so much. Off topic, there's a guy on Twitter, Ben Hart, Hollywood screenwriter, who tried to shame her dad on TikTok, and he corrected her in the most positive way imaginable. His daughter did a follow-up doubling down, and he responded. I saw her double down on Adonis Paul's channel. He covered it like 2 days ago, I think now, maybe 3. I haven't seen the dad's response, but yeah, some little rich kid who's mad that her daddy wasn't in her life enough, and he came back and was like, yes, I was. And she came back with like, no. So yeah, I'm not up on it as much as AP is. You guys should check out AP to get really up on that. Thank you, Snub. I appreciate it. He also got Scared Stupid. Yeah, Scared Stupid is okay. He had a couple of his movies that I didn't care for. I think Scared Stupid's probably my least favorite. No. Ernest Goes to Jail was my least favorite.
Yeah, Go to Jail was probably the least worst of them, but Scared Stupid was awesome. What are you talking about? He figured out how to stop trolls with Miak.
The best one, I still like Ernest Goes to Camp, the original.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas one, then your Halloween one, and then Goes to Jail was just unnecessary.
Yeah, well, I mean, shameless cash grab. It was still fun. It was just the weakest of the films.
Yeah. And it's in the earnest humor style, so it was fine. But real quick, just to wrap this part up, I'm not buying that there was a Russian media campaign or even
what
a concerted
complete
media
waste of time for the Russians.
Jack, who do we know had a PR team?
Amber Heard.
Who do we know's PR team did so bad that she got rid of them and got a new PR team?
Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Whose lawyers were practically crying every day.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
They're being mean on social media. Judge, they're being mean on social media. And the judge like, what? Shut up. Just get back to the case.
Or as Ricky once told Amberlynn Reed, no one cares.
Ernest Scared Stupid is my favorite. Look, I'm just saying you guys are wrong on that because Ernest Goes to Camp is clearly the best.
No, I go back and forth between Ernest
You know what?
Saves Christmas and Ernest Scared Stupid because those are I think they're equally the best ones.
Until you guys admit I'm right, I'm leaving this picture on the screen.
Okay, you're right.
Thank you. I finally had something I could hold over y'all's heads.
God, that image is creepy as shit. Oh yeah, Ernest in the Army was pretty bad. I kind of forget about that one. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, and then there's one where he goes to Africa, which by today's standards was probably super racist.
Probably.
I have a collection of all the films and another video or another DVD collection of all the shorts, like the little skits they did.
I have one that has the 4 movies, but not in the Army. It has Scared Stupid, Goes to Jail, Saves Christmas, and Goes to Camp. But yeah, I didn't even know the other one was. Interesting. All right, Jack, we're gonna talk about video games just for a minute. I saw my friend Satsu covered this, and I watched it through Asmongold, and there's a chick out there named Queen Pones a Lot. Yep, that's her name. Queen Pones a Lot, and she's a gamer, and she played a game called Monster Hunter World, and she's very good at the game. I'm not taking that away from her, but to get some clout, Jack, she decided that she was going to play it blindfolded, and she did really great. Now I want to show you Queen Pones a Lot here. Her blindfold, when she puts it on, you see the lighting in the upper right of the screen there? When she puts the blindfold on, you can clearly see through the blindfold. And people point it out. Guys, I'm not actually as interested in the game side of this. I'll get to my point in a second. Real quick. Donald Camp, thank you. Clearly, Ben Riley is the best also. Hi, Jack.
Hi.
She gets caught cheating here, right? In her blind run, which she didn't have to do.
Are you supposed to be looking at her fucking blindfold? Because I see what she's trying to do there, even though it's a bit saggy.
Did you notice it? Is it that obvious? Yeah. Hang on to that thought for a moment. She does another video, Jack, where she's gonna prove the haters wrong, and she takes that blindfold and she shines a powerful light through it. Except for the original blindfold she's wearing there is just this thin piece of plastic, or sorry, of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that she shows that she puts a light through has stitching on it and shit.
Yeah, it's like green. Just look at my boobies and give me money.
So
she Queen Pones a Lot. I'm original.
She gets this setup where you can see she has 3 cameras. One showing her face like this, one showing the screen that she's playing, and then one that shows her hands, which also catches the actual computer monitor. So as you're watching it, she does these 4 different runs to try to do it, and she fails the first 3. She just fails. Well, as she's doing it, she also put a piece of paper over her monitor, which you wouldn't need to do if you're blindfolded.
Well, there's that. I'm surprised there wasn't a camera just focused on her boobs jiggling.
Well, I mean, look at the screen, right?
I'm blindfolded. Look at my boobies. No, look, she's doing this wrong because there's too much other stuff in frame. You want to go by the grid rules and have your tits more centered so that the eyes are drawn to them. As it is, my eyes are drawn to whatever the fuck that rack is in the background that looks like a evil pineapple.
It looks like an anime pine cone, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is very distracting because there's a lot of like little things on it that have arrows, like a pine cone would, like you said. But it's very distracting. You want that out of frame. You want your tits more centered so that the eyes are drawn to those where the cleavage line draws your eyes down. But no,
Well, no,
somebody doesn't understand how photography works.
no, this is how they do it on Twitch so they can claim that, no, my boobs just happen to be in the camera.
I just happen to always wear low cut shirts and you can see my saggy boobies.
Well, in the one in her follow-up where she did it again to prove it, and she wore a whole different mask and everything, she's actually more covered than this. Her boobies are still on display, but not quite like this.
Well,
But anyway,
if I were her, I won't want them on display either. You'll see the gut they're resting on.
In the follow-up, she has that paper over the screen, and she constantly picks it up after she dies so she can get back to where she has to be to restart, right? And a weird thing happens, Jack. Every time she lifts that screen or that paper, it matches what you're seeing of the gameplay stream, except after she finally does it right. When she finally does it right, you can watch it on the screen. It takes about 2 seconds. She lifts it, and you can see that the screens don't match.
Oops.
One of the other things she had on screen, though, is where you could see all of her button clicks. And she left clicks her mouse, and the screen changes to the end screen that's attached with the thing the audience is. She cheated again on something she doesn't even have to do.
I'm shocked that somebody that is wearing a see-through mask while showing off their hooters is cheating at a video game run because money.
Snub, thank you. As a Monster Hunter player who hated that fucking monster, no way she did that blind. The mechanics alone, even a seasoned pro, I see taking years. There's people who've done it. But one of the things that gives her away is in games, you can have a lock-on feature, Jack, so you're constantly turned towards the monster.
Yeah, of course.
She doesn't do that. She doesn't do it. She's using her mouse to find, she just hears that good that she can turn her camera perfectly to look at the monster every time.
Well, see, she's got what they call boobdar, and her
Yes.
nipple will point toward the monster, so she knows where it is at all times. She can sense it through the power of her boobies. Give her $5. That's how this game works, right?
Yes, exactly. That's how you win. I'm not as interested in the story. I mean, I am personally, but what really made me want to talk about this on stream. Seriously, go watch. It's on his Ty the Tuber channel. Go watch Satsu talk about this, or any of the other videos that have been done on it. But Jack, I went to look up her social blade. I want you to take a guess with those titties on your screen on whether or not being busted cheating like this hurt or helped her career.
I would say helped.
It did. She's not lost any fucking people over on Twitch. She's actually gained hundreds.
Well, with a creative and original name like Queen Pons a lot, that was probably original 20 years ago, I would expect nothing but the highest quality of standards. And the fact that her face vaguely looks like a cousin of mine at age 20 makes me hate her more. But she's showing her boobs. Of course she's not going to lose followers. Those saggy jiggles are out there, and some sad, lonely fat dude is like, oh my God, I can't leave Queen Pose lot. She's my queen. She's at least a 4.
Oh,
Ugh.
be nice. She's more than a 4. She's cute.
No, look at her arms. That bitch is fat.
To you, anybody that's like a healthy size is fat, though. You think a size 4 is fat.
Look, it's not my fault. There's a lot of fatties out there. They can't all be.
No, I think you need to get
Asian
your
babies.
eyes checked. I think your eyes are being squeezed and you see things like a house mirror.
Maybe, but that bitch, she's not fat now. She will be. Give it 2 kids. I'm just saying.
That girl ain't fat. And she is cute. I can't take that part away from her.
She's got saggy titties and she looks like my evil cousin.
But this is the problem, because I see people all the time, Jack, whining that girls get all the attention. Well, I guarantee you it wasn't girl gamers who started following this chick after she got caught cheating. Who's following her now? Who went over there and went, oh, I just have to watch this chick cheat?
Oh, the Russians.
It's the Russians because they like titties.
Yes. It all circles back to the Russians.
I was disappointed in my gender when I saw that her numbers went up with this.
I mean, they were like, look at some mid girl with cleavage hanging out. We must subscribe.
Is there a shortage of women showing their breasts online that I missed? They're all over the place. Why do you got to go to one who just got busted lying? Why is that when you're like, oh, I got to go follow this one? If you open Twitch, you are going to see women with their titties out. It's just all over the place.
Yeah, and they'll be equally as middle of the road as this Midwestern 4. But I just don't get it, man. I don't know. I can't explain it. But there are a lot of really desperate men out there that want to look at average chicks.
The funny part about this is she ended up getting caught with this because her audience was trying to pump her up. And I guess in that sense, it worked out for him because she got more followers. But they posted this video of her doing this on Asmongold's Reddit, because apparently people still use Reddit. And they did a campaign to get him to pay attention to it, and he did. And he's like, oh my God, I can't believe she did it. And then he saw all of the people who were like, she cheated. And so he watched her second one and went, no, see, she really did it. And then, the evidence comes out, no, she cheated. And he had a video the other day, Jack, where he's like, I'm just impressed. I got. I don't know how I got. How did I get got?
Because you're dumb and you were looking at boobies.
One, you're not like real clever for repeating shit you saw in Always Sunny in Philadelphia over and over and over again.
Yeah, there's that.
And two, Asmon, you got because you're the simpiest simp that ever simped. This is a dude who stood up for Pokimane when she was knocking people down for stuff that was, fair use. Because how dare you be mean to the women's? He's gotten a little bit away from the white knighting, but he still does it. And he saw, oh my God, there's titties. I have to stand up and defend it. He's smelly, has roaches crawling over him. He's a simpleton. Yeah, Asmongold is a nasty dude. And honestly, I don't know why we know how nasty he is. I mean, I know there's the video of the roach crawling. He's playing a game, Jack, and suddenly a roach is crawling across him.
Oh, yeah, you showed me that video.
Yeah.
That dude looks like a serial killer.
There's pictures from that he had to set up the camera. It's from inside his room where you can see his desk and everything. And it is just covered with trash.
Yeah.
Like, dude, get a trash can. It's not that hard.
Take the trash out.
No, it's just stacked up everywhere. But yeah, so hey, gentlemen, stop rewarding this kind of shit. When women do stupid shit and they're pretty, go find a smart one that's pretty.
Find a prettier one.
To be fair, supposedly the roach was from an older house. I've seen his setup. Even if it was an older house, the reason there's roaches there is because he has food laying around all over. He's fucking gross, and he needs to cut his hair, homie. That doesn't make you look cool. You look like he really does look like South Park Jesus.
Dragon Mage nailed it. It looks like he smells.
He looks like South Park Jesus with British teeth. He really does. Yeah.
Is he British?
No, not as far as I know.
There's no excuse for that.
Judging by his accent, I would guess he's Canadian, honestly. But I have no idea where he's from.
Poor Canada. They've had some bad representation lately.
And again, I'm not saying it is Canada. I'm just saying he sounds Canadian. All right, Jack. Now we got to watch some MSNBC because these idiots.
Why?
The Republican mess. How Christian nationalism could shape a second Trump term. Do you remember when they tried convincing us that Trump is both a serial adulterer who grabs women by the pussy and that he's a fundamentalist Christian?
Yes.
They're trying it again. Shit, this is just a picture from it. Hang on, now I gotta go find the actual video. Damn it. I had the video and I don't know what I did with it.
The monkey broke it.
There we go. All right. Da, 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 da. I'm producing again. Anybody want to hire me as a producer? All right.
One thing that unites all of them, because there's many different groups orbiting Trump, but the thing that unites them as Christian nationalists, not Christians, by the way, because Christian nationalists is very different, is that they believe that our rights as Americans, as all human beings, don't come from any earthly authority. They don't come from Congress. They don't come from the Supreme Court. They come from God.
Fucking freaks.
You know who else believed that?
The founding fathers.
Thomas Jefferson, when he sat down to write the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
We are all endowed by our creators.
Yeah.
By our creator. The only other way to take that is like we're all endowed by rights by our parents, I guess.
I guess.
Asman is a Texan. Not naturally. Stop it. Yeah, this was blowing up all over because this woman like, they believe. Okay, sweetie, if you believe your rights are given to you by the government, they're not rights.
They're permissions.
Yeah. They're not given to you by the government. Rights are not given to you by the government. If they are, they're not a right. It's a privilege until you break whatever rules they set in place for it. Now, I'm not on the Christian nationalist thing. While there are definitely Christian roots to this country, we don't need to rule by the Bible. And I do think some of those people are getting a little louder than they need to be. And that means we're going to have to see the amazing atheist again.
Oh, God, why?
Or whoever, replaces him. Who's really trying to do that is Hunter Avallone. He's really trying to be the new amazing atheist.
He's tried to be many things, and they've all failed. The only one that he succeeded at was a coward because he hid behind his girlfriend.
Hey, he's been a good dad to his wife's kids.
The Beast Boys kids.
The Beast Boys kids, yeah. I love how upset about this idea this woman is. They believe that it comes from God.
Oh, yeah, those freaks. They believe in a higher power? What? No, we are the paragon of animals. Shut up.
Do we not even teach the opening of the Declaration anymore?
No, they don't teach anything about the Declaration of the Constitution very clearly these days.
If the government gives you your rights, then the government can take them away. And that's why they're not rights. That's why it's a privilege.
Yep.
That's why, when the Supreme Court comes down and says, no, you have a right to free speech, they are reaffirming the right. They're not giving it to you. You already have it.
Yeah.
And that's why you end up having to sue the government when they try to shut you up for it. But yeah, she was, how dare they think this? They're orbiting the Trump. Did you see Trump making fun of Biden?
I don't know. He does that a lot.
Oh, no. This is from like just today. Did I not share that one? Son of a bitch.
Monkey sharing is caring.
Well, I was busy. By the way, guys, sorry I didn't get to the game stream today. Time got away from me and I had so many other things I had to do. No, not this one. Who shared it? Fuck. I don't remember who shared it. He mocks the way Biden walks and gets lost on stage. Now I have to find it.
Did they have somebody dressed like the Easter Bunny come out and direct him?
That would have been great.
I made a comment about that to my sister today, and she looked at me all weird, so I had to pull up the video because she didn't believe that was a real thing.
All right, Jack, if you haven't seen this yet, you're in for a treat.
Am I?
When I imitate Biden, because he can't find his way off the stage, as you all know, makes a speech that lasts usually about a minute and a half because the octane starts to wear off at a quick pace. Notice he starts off strong. Within about 2 minutes, he can't talk anymore. And then he walks off. You ever notice he always goes like this? Then he comes back up to the mic.
Oh my God, he's nailing it.
Oh, wait, because he's going to do the walk in a second.
And he's looking, he's totally lost. There's stairs all over the place. He could go there, here. He could jump off the front of the damn platform. But he always goes like this.
Oh, that is spot on.
It is exactly how Biden walks. And how he does the little head nod thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Say what you will about Trump. That dude's hilarious. He could have been a stand-up comedian.
He's absolutely hilarious. Yeah. So if he doesn't win this next election, I hope he gets a TV show because that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I agree completely because holy fucking shit, man. That Trump is very funny. I don't know how people don't see that other than blind partisan hatred for no reason.
Yeah, there's reasons to dislike Trump. But a lot of the stuff that we hear is just he's on the wrong team.
He's mean. Oh, where? Oh, thank you, Ernest P. Worrell. I'll have you know, my films were historical and educational. For example, never tease a family of baiters. Also, I did it! I kidnapped the Lindbergh baby! I am Joseph Mengele! Ah!
Oh, my.
I miss Ernest. That was
Ernest was great.
Fun.
And growing up in Virginia, I mean, we actually had Marva Made Milk, which is where he got his real start with that character.
Yeah.
So people on the West Coast, Ernest was just kind of thrust upon them. For the rest of us, we're like, hey, Vern. It's the Hey Vern guy. All right. Did I have anything else specific I want to talk about? No. Okay, good. I was really planning on just doing a general chat kind of stream tonight, Jack, but I did want to talk about those few cases, including the Amber Heard thing. It's good God Almighty. Are you for real? For real? It was the Russians. It's time to put away the Russian thing. Hang on, Jack. I got to reopen these ones you sent in their actual thing because for some reason that site just gives me way too many pop-ups these days.
Oh, it's sad.
Makes it so I can't read it.
Regular hyperlinks.
NORAD jet fighter intercepted high altitude balloon over Utah. Yeah, I saw that there was another balloon today.
It's an annual time where China inspects their new territory land.
Yeah. An official told the media outlet that the balloon's payload was not considered a national security threat. Isn't that what they told us last time?
Yep. And then it flew over every single one of our secret sites.
NORAD confirmed that it intercepted the balloon about 43 to 45,000 feet, not deemed to be a threat to air traffic. Was that really the concern? Is air traffic?
It shouldn't be. It's a fucking spy balloon.
What are they shooting those down with?
Way too expensive of missiles.
Didn't present a threat to national security. NORAD will continue to track and monitor the balloon. You're tracking and monitoring the balloon you shot down?
Well, I don't think they shot this one down. They just followed it around for a while. Like, we're just going to keep watching it go over our nuclear sites and then not do anything about it until China gets all the information they need. And they give our boss the okay to shoot it down.
We'll continue to track it. Yeah, so they didn't even shoot it down. It's just allowed to fly over.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what you do with incursions into your territorial zones. That's just standard operating procedure when China runs your government.
I don't even understand why, after everything that happened with the last time this blew up, they wouldn't just go, you know what, shoot that fucking thing down. It makes no sense.
Because all our officials are bribed by China.
Even given that, I mean, you'd have to have some kind of rationale for it, right? Hey, we didn't shoot that one down because doing so would cause more of a danger to the public than just letting it fly over. You know, something other than, yeah, we're just going to watch it.
Well, so far, we've had secret police stations of the Chinese. We've had an influx, a massive influx of Chinese illegal immigrants. We've had a secret bio lab and spy balloons. And we've done absolutely nothing to China about any of it.
And we won't.
No,
But
because our government's full of cowards that are either too afraid to mess with their own financial interests in China, or they're on the take. There's no really other way to look at it because nobody would have put up with this from any other group.
at least with the others, I mean, I don't agree with their reasoning, but I can see it. Right? Because their claim is these people are looking for a better life and we have to give them asylum. Okay, so you have Chinese illegals. Again, I'm not agreeing with it, but at least there's an explanation. The police stations, well, we're not positive that's what they're doing. They are just monitoring stations. Again, don't agree with it. All right. But the balloon thing with the way it blew up on them, pardon the expression, last time, I just don't understand how you let this you should shoot it down. How did it get all the way to Utah? I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Utah is not on the Pacific or the Atlantic. This shit had to cross through Canada again.
Yeah.
And then at least one other state. My geography is not perfect, so maybe 2 to 3 other states, but
well, Montana or something. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. Why is this? Why are they letting all these openings for incursions in? Because this looks like we have no defenses.
And I don't care how fast that balloon was going. It shouldn't have been able to cross half a state before one of our fighters was up there taking it out.
Yeah.
Because
it's not going to be long before one of these things is armed.
I'm fairly certain those balloons can't hit like Mach 3.
No, I would hope not.
That would be noticeable as a balloon was going overhead, breaking the sound barrier.
Right?
We should have been able to take this down with a biplane, for fuck's sake.
I'm pretty sure you could take it down with a rifle. I mean, come on.
Hey, man, over there in Ukraine, they're taking
drones?
down MiG-29s with shotguns. So, yeah, we probably should have been able to do it with a 22.
You would think, but no. I'm telling you, man, if the Chinese are really interested in fucking with us, one of these could be armed with an EMP, and we wouldn't know it because we have incompetent leadership that isn't paying attention to any form of national security at all.
Tailfin says we don't have any defenses. We have fighter jets all over the country.
Yeah, why don't we have some Iron Dome shit?
We have the ability to track even the balloon last time. They'd been watching it since it left China.
Yeah, and they let it do that.
Mm-hmm.
They let it collect all the information it wanted.
It came down from Alaska, down through Canada, was it Montana it comes into? Down that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. So I get what you're saying. We don't have like AA batteries sitting on our beaches or on the borders. But what we do have is the ability to respond to that. Fun. I'm fairly certain we have jets in Alaska.
Yeah. No, you don't have. They don't have the will to use any of this stuff to do anything for our own national defense, and we're going to get attacked because there are other countries that are less successful than China that will see this as an opening. You can't tell me the Iranians aren't looking at this going, "Huh? They don't even protect themselves."
Well, again, I'm not getting into the Israeli-Palestine thing, but the last time that blew up before October 7th, goes back to their, what was it, the March for Peace or whatever stupid shit it was. How are the Israelis being attacked? Hamas was flying balloons into their space and dropping bombs from them.
Yep. It's not like this is a new tactic.
Nope.
They've been doing this since balloons were a thing. You know, for a past 100 years, balloons have been weaponized. This is not new.
There's a difference between owning a weapon and having the will to use it. Yeah, but what was said is we don't have defenses. We have defenses. Whether we use them or not is a different question. Anyway, staff alerted Meta that subscription feature on platform allowed for child exploitation. And Mark Zuckerberg got a boner.
Probably.
Menlo Park, California. Meta is responding to a new claim that it didn't do enough to stop child exploitation on its platform. They really haven't responded well to the old claims that are still true.
Yeah, wait, that implies that they tried something, but I don't think they did.
According to the Wall Street Journal investigation, 2 separate teams inside of Meta raised alarms about the issue in internal reports. The teams found that hundreds of what Meta calls parent-managed minor accounts on Facebook and Instagram were using the subscription feature to sell exclusive content not available to non-paying followers. They were selling exclusive content to people buying the exclusive content.
To perverts. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the first part of it there, we haven't gotten to the dirty part of it, which looks like it's going to be down here. That first part there, though, basically they said they let subscribers see stuff non-subscribers couldn't see.
Yeah, it's pretty poorly.
That's
worded.
redundant.
A little bit.
The report says the content frequently featured young girls in bikinis and leotards, and it was sold to an audience that was overwhelmingly male, leaving some posts plastered with suggestive emojis and sexual comments. All right. Maybe I just use Facebook different than everyone else, Jack. My Facebook isn't open to a lot of shit. My Facebook is locked down, and it always has been. But from the way this reads, these adult-sponsored child accounts, or adult-managed minor accounts, is an account set up for the child. And so they're trying to sell bikinis to children, which, by the way, is weird. And the children are seeing comments on these ads from freaks. Did I understand that right?
The way I understood it was a so-called parent is running a account for a child and selling images to subscribers.
All right. They say staffers found that its own algorithms were promoting child modeling subscriptions to likely pedophiles. According to the Wall Street, look, if you're going to be having that kind of content, pedophiles are going to find it.
Yeah, because they're fucking pedophiles.
Because they're pedophiles.
People, yeah.
Yeah, Vouch's folder's not going to fill itself. According to the Wall Street Journal investigation, Meta staffers formally recommended Meta to require accounts selling subscriptions to child-focused content to register themselves so the company could monitor them. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So the employees could jerk off to it?
No. That's actually a good recommendation, honestly.
But I still think Meta is filled with pedos.
Sure, yeah. If you're doing your due diligence, that should have just been, if you're going to be selling these subscriptions, then we need to be able to see what you're selling to our audience. Meta instead decided to create an automated system to prevent suspected pedophiles from being given the option to subscribe to parent-run accounts, which didn't always work.
We'll just let an algorithm pretend to do stuff that a human would do.
Well, this goes back to the questioning of him when he was on the Hill, 3 weeks ago now?
Mm-hmm.
where they're asking him, hey, what were you doing to stop this stuff? Because you had pedophilic stuff on there. And he's like, well, the whole thing when Ted Cruz asks him about Instagram, where it's like, hey, this could contain child sexual abuse material. Do you want to see it? And it was an option to go ahead and see it.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we have our algorithms. Algorithms aren't perfect.
Look, they're not as perfect as the Zuckerberg, but he thinks they're pretty darn good.
It's just weird. Wait, is that saying known pedos are on Facebook? Yes, it is. Well, they did say suspected. It was there. The same algorithm that's like, this might be child sexual abuse. Do you want to see it, or do you want to hear about how bad that is so you can change your lifestyle? Him saying that, man, like the thinking at the time was that if we told people it was wrong, and I am paraphrasing, guys, but this is what he said. If we told them it was wrong, they would realize it was wrong and stop doing it. The other option was for them to, keep doing the wrong thing and not have to give a fuck what you thought.
Huh. It's almost like criminals don't care about rules.
I click a lot of I accept when I play video games and stuff because they always want me to read these long terms of service that I don't really give a fuck about.
Yeah.
I just scroll through them and accept so I can play my fucking game. Do you think a pedophile actually read that, or they just saw where it said click to continue and clicked on to continue?
Well, pedophiles don't think they're bad people. They think society doesn't understand them or some bullshit. So
No, Jack. They all just want to get help, and they would if we weren't so mean to them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Perverts aren't going to perv.
Yeah, right. The thinking it's like the whole you have to be 18 to enter this site. You're 18, right? Of course I am. 13-year-olds around the country weren't clicking yes, I'm 18 so they could go masturbate to shit they shouldn't be seeing.
Oh, that'd be weird. I mean,
that'd be real weird.
Who does that? I mean, it's fucking dumb.
V-Stream is an anagram for metaverse. I don't even understand what's going on there. They should keep the child warning thing, and if they click yes, their IP is instantly flagged and cops notified. Yeah, and that was one of the questions about that was like, what did you guys do in response to this? If somebody, because Ted Cruz asked him that specifically, if somebody clicked yes, they still wanted to see it, what would you do? And his response was, well, I mean, it wasn't always child sexual exploitation stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure we did something. Jack, I'm going to hurt you for this one.
Don't hurt me. You know who gave me this article.
I haven't even read it yet. I didn't even see what the I need roach control service. Okay. I don't know what it's about, but what the fuck is this wall of word salad here?
You know who gave this to me. Don't blame me. Thank you, Frosted.
Look at this.
Yeah, but trust me, you need to read this because it's just wow. Don't skip ahead. You're gonna ruin it.
I didn't read any of it. I was looking at how much wall of text there is here. Jesus Christ.
What are paragraphs and why are they represented by the patriarchy?
I can't even read this. That first line will get us in trouble. Apparently that no GED skank, we have to skip some stuff there, and her stupid son Nick broke into my hotel at Marriott yet again and stole my stuff. I was trying to have a nice weekend, but this fake ass saggy tit roach. That says tit roach, Jack.
It certainly does, buddy.
All right. This fake ass saggy tit roach with a huge beer gut, no GED, and an entitled attitude, and her friends Sebastian and Mary Flores felt the need to yet again break in and steal my clothes, beauty products, and whatever this cheap, tacky, ghetto former hooker can get her hands on. Who is this about?
I don't know, but it's awesome.
She sent me extreme pain on Neuralink. No, I can't. No. And I pray to God and everyone at NASA to cut off this roach from torture. She's apparently friends with some Latinx gangbanger cops with fake education. So she and the Rudolph family have amped up harassment, theft, and extortion. Both my child and myself have severe PTSD. All right, Trina, I gotta look into you, sweetie. Health insurance fraud industry wide. This is the big expose, and I wanted my first post to be. Oh, she pinned that. That's why it's her first post. To be about what happened to me as a former employee of the American health insurance carrier. Devil spyware. I have learned in my recent enslavement. Oh my God. My recent enslavement that some things are just TMI since getting the Nazi headgear Neuralink, which caused the enslavement. If you're enslaved and Neuralink is controlling everything you do, how were you able to message? Oh, is that what neural net wants us to think, is that it's bad?
I don't know, but she's breaking the conditioning.
Street names for oregano. She's talking about the same people again. Sebastian, Lance, Stefan. We'll get back to the story in a second. Pshaw is the stupidest word ever uttered.
Pshaw.
Okay. A child molester convention. Apparently she's on Facebook. I'm not your fucking messiah. What the fuck? There's some psycho bitch who has gotten into my medical on Neuralink and found my blood sugar because some dumb word we can't say is demanding to be given metformin. Okay, so somebody else wants metformin, which is given to diabetics. And in order to get it, they broke into her Neuralink.
Like you do.
Is this woman under supervision?
Probably not, but probably should be.
Bitching about my justice, tidy whities, or bust? Wow. Fuck you, Trina. Okay. Let's get back to Crazy Town over here. Where were we? We just talked about the fake cops, right?
Yeah, we are
with fake educations. So she and the Rudolph family have amped up their harassment, theft, and extortion. Both my child and myself have severe PTSD and anxiety. I'm sure your child has anxiety and PTSD, given what we've read so far.
Yes.
But not because of these people.
No, because you're a nut bar.
Both my child and myself have severe PTSD and anxiety because I'm ready to buy a gun and kill her whole family along with the most annoying people alive. Sweetheart, you realize you just committed a felony?
Oh, it gets better. The accusations are coming.
Yeah, but she just that is threatening right there.
Oh, absolutely. We passed restraining order territory into actual criminal activity.
To buy a gun and kill her whole family along with the most annoying people alive, the trailer landing know-it-alls, and Sebastian apparently specializes in manipulating people into terror attacks. He caused the Parkland shooting just because him and Nick get off on shit like that. Pulse and Parkland, allegedly.
I like she added allegedly.
Right after she's already said it.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, that whole nonsense of saying allegedly does not actually take away any kind of responsibility you have.
Yeah, you're still getting sued.
Where are we? They are the most toxic pussy ass stalkers alive. No, I knew where we were. It's just finding the fucking words in this fucking wall of text. Jesus.
Wall of text? You mean this well thought out documentation of Sebastian and his evil plan. Some would call a manifesto, but here we are.
This is the kind of thing where it makes me wonder why she bothers with paragraphs ever.
Paragraphs or patriarchy, monkey?
Fuck me, man. They are the most toxic pussy-ass stalkers alive. Why doesn't anyone try to stop them and incarcerate them? Because you're insane. I have no choice at this point, and I pray some angry parents who lost their kid in a school shooting straight up murder them. I really want to know. I want to meet this Sebastian guy.
It's probably some neighbor of hers that has no idea that she thinks all of this. He's just like, morning neighbor, every day. And she's like, you stalker.
Really, it's that bad that just because a fat, disease-ridden, words we can't say, whore with no GED has a massive ego. She keeps saying no GED like you couldn't have a high. If you have a high school diploma, you don't have a GED. I'm just saying.
I think we've established this involves a trailer park, monkey.
And who is it? Chris Rock, who said GED means good enough degree. He's not wrong, by the way. I have a GED, Jack. I did not graduate high school because I had issues with my school having issues with me. So I'm not denigrating GEDs, guys. Although I do think if you gave most high school students a GED test, they could get out of high school probably in the 9th grade. It's not that difficult of a test. Sebastian and others are pretending to be stalked by me. I mean, with her race, I'm sure I'll get in trouble for this, but Pot, have you met the kettle? This bitch is insane. I love it. Why doesn't anybody try to incarcerate them? I have no choice. Oh, we already read that part. There it is. Sebastian and other people are pretending to be stalked by me when I have never even purchased a spyware subscription and are like, ooh, there's my stalker, and try to floor it just to get ahead of me or sit in an intersection, wait to cut me off. Lance and his friends are sick fuck stalkers who smell like kids' feet and jerk it to that along with serial killer torture porn.
Those are very specific allegations.
What do kids' feet smell like?
I don't know. I don't have children, but I would not smell their feet because feet are gross.
Children's feet shouldn't stink. Sweating, the thing that happens with stinky feet is, sweat in socks. That's more of an adult thing. That starts in your teens with puberty. Maybe that's what she's talking about.
I think she goes around smelling kids' feet now. I don't know.
It seems like I'm spying on them. Yes. But these Factillion roaches, I think she did that for you, Jack.
No.
Factillion.
That's pretty good.
They're fake reptiles?
Yes.
All right. Factillion roaches spill their guts when they start accessing my Neuralink. Is Neuralink anything? You can't even get that on the open market yet, can you?
I think they just started. But obviously the reptilian overlords inserted it in her brain early.
All of them are nasty fuck stalkers, pedos, and foot freaks. I heard Alvarez was at the Sunrise Police and opened fire on an FBI. These cops in Miami are so bold. Of course, he was not charged with first-degree murder or anything. What?
I don't know.
And the story changed that the suspect in the search warrant murdered that FBI agent. Yeah, the FBI is standing up for people who murder their agents. I don't think very highly of the FBI, but I have no doubt that they would come down. We've seen what they do when the cops arrest them for, showing up at a woman's house and not announcing that they're FBI and showing their badge.
Yeah.
They got all up in their own butts about that. I wish this wasn't true, but this ugly fat roach, Photoshop fake beauty only, and the police are stalker roaches themselves, and every single one of them I've seen lately are tattooed scum who did hard time. Of course, I'm in her dream world where no one has a GED. She is really caught up on this GED thing.
Yeah, well, she probably has GED, and she's flaunting it. Like, I'm smarter than you, you dumb trash.
I've never seen somebody so proud of their GED.
Well, when no one else around you has one, you're the smartest of your friends, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not proud or ashamed of my GED. It's just I took the test and passed.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and it really doesn't affect our lives.
Yeah.
So,
but she's all about the GED. No one has a GED. And everyone is trailer scum or a gangbanger criminal smoking GPCs. Okay, I need help on that. What's GPCs?
I have no fucking idea offhand.
Chat, what's GPC? And remember, in the context here, smoking GPCs, general people of color, giant piss corn. I don't, generic cigarettes, is that what it is? Oh, okay. And fat and out of breath. All right.
I feel seen.
Only this dumb bitch would have a serial killer son, and this dumb Mary Flores bitch who intentionally hit me with her shitty Camaro.
Shitty Camaro. Oh, wait, that was bitchin' Camaro. My bad.
I hope they all die. Not a GED among them. She's obsessed with her GED. Oh, God. I have appealed to Cisco to rip their certifications and identify fraud. Wait, like Cisco the corporation?
I'm assuming Cisco, the hip hop singer that she thinks runs the corporation.
To rip their certifications and identity fraud ring, along with the Latin Kings pretending to be cops in Pembroke Pines. No one likes extortion for friendship, nor a bunch of losers who pretend to be valuable and have their shit together. I've told you the story before about the chick who said police used to break into her house to have beta fish fights.
Yes, that was awesome.
This is
what a great idea. I was picturing that. I still think about it sometimes. These cops in uniform go, "Get him, Gary! Get him!" Oh shit, she's home. Run out the back.
This is what I'm reminded of. I mean, and until you talk to her, she seems normal. It's not like she was wearing aluminum foil on her head or, a plastic apron or anything in public. She seemed perfectly normal till she spoke.
Oh, I bet this bitch has crazy eyes.
Coincidentally, I went to Target and Sebastian was standing there and stole $10 off my Starbucks app. By standing? Okay.
He used his super psychic powers, clearly.
I'm close to taking my phone and smashing his ugly face with it. I cannot believe I was ever friends with a sociopath hooker who is a cheap, tacky, and ghetto pickpocket. Wait, is Sebastian a chick? Now I'm confused.
I think it's a dude, but this person is not real.
She's switching between her subjects without letting us know she switched subjects.
I'm shocked. I mean, this person seems so eloquent. I don't know how they would possibly do that when they're fucking nuts.
Look, guys, I realize I'm critiquing the ramblings of a rad woman or a mad woman here, but I'm just pointing that part out because she mentioned Sebastian. She's going to beat his ugly ass face with it, and then immediately goes to, I can't believe. Well, maybe Sebastian is a hooker. Maybe Sebastian's a male hooker. That's another. See, this is why you have to write better.
I don't think she's got an English degree. Not with that spectacular GED. She doesn't need one.
Is she living in the Watch Dogs game? Ooh, that's a possibility.
I think she thinks she is.
I see her ridiculous son, and no, because she switched subjects there, and we know that because she just said I see her. I see her ridiculous son and Lance everywhere, unfortunately, pretending to be stalked by. Wait, sweetie. You see them everywhere, and they're pretending to be stalked by you.
Yeah, everywhere she goes, following them around.
Everywhere I follow them to, they pretend I'm stalking them. Where are we? The ego of these people, I swear. This woman seriously needs help. Photo credit X Twitter. That's fuck. This is me doing full restraint to not hit these people since the police do absolutely nothing when I try to press charges. I was going to ask about that because she'd mentioned police earlier. How much of her time do you think is spent annoying the police department?
Too much. You know, the cops are like, oh, fuck, are you kidding me again?
Do you
They
think they
probably
have
to like whoever's the bitch of the week?
Yes,
like whoever screwed up the worst has to deal with this bitch. Like, come on, guys, it was my turn last time. Yeah, but you hit that one dude with your car, so
yeah, you caught my cruiser as you were coming in. You get to take her for the month. All right. Maybe it's even easier than that, Jack, to get employee of the month. They tell people you don't have to deal with her. Everybody else will have to deal with her. You get a month off.
oh man, that'd probably be a strategy that would work for boosting
That would be
morale.
the best run police department in the world.
Right?
The police nationwide and the city of Pembroke Pines and local corruption do those inside job whistleblower awards. And since they likely traffic people's phones for profit, and I complained about stalkers from my traffic phone, the police literally threaten me and won't take my reports anywhere.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked they won't take your report.
Obviously, I don't get my civil rights because some scumfuck angry cop who isn't even in trouble for doing that, and they trafficked out my child's phone. What is trafficking a phone, lady?
Her phone gives head. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
She doesn't know what words mean.
You know, this is kind of what we were talking about with AP the other day. Crazy people can find each other online now because they have a voice.
Yeah, that's how gang stalking became a thing.
Can you explain that to the audience again?
What, gang stalking?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm walking down the street and I see some guy. He sort of looks in my general direction. He's holding his arm like a normal person. That dude is a handler. He is controlling all the guys in the red cars that are following me around. It's just generalized paranoid schizophrenia, but because crazy people can find each other, they talk and then they have formulated that certain themes. It's not just cars following you.
What's the hand signal?
Cars.
Isn't the hand signal like touching your head or something?
There's different ones. Like put your one arm straight down and your other one just above your elbow, where your hand rests right above your elbow, like you're holding your arm. That is the sign of a handler. They are signifying that they are a handler. Gang stalking is basically just if you've ever seen meth heads, they worry about people in trees.
Mm-hmm.
The tree people. That was a common thing we saw when I worked in mental health. They're paranoid, so they think that people are following them. And gang stalker people basically got together and decided on what type of people are following them. And they tell other paranoid people what to look for.
And you're the one who introduced me to that concept. If you guys have never gone and looked up YouTube videos on gang stalking, just go do it. It's a good way to kill a couple of hours.
Oh, it's crazy. Medicare did a couple of really good videos on it. And there was one of Medicare's followers that tracked down one of these people in real life. Like he lived in the same city or something. And he tried to like meet her to see if she was really that crazy. And yeah, she was that crazy. She filmed the whole interaction and said that he was a gang stalker. And the guy's just laughing the whole time. And it started to get kind of uncomfortable for him. Like, whoa, this is way too real. That was priceless. But yeah, gang stalking is paranoid schizophrenia, basically. I have a relative that suffers from that. And he believes that the transformers on the telephone poles shoot beams of light that can control his mind.
You know, you mentioned gang stalking. She's about to use one of their words. Obviously, I don't get my civil rights because some scumfuck angry cop who isn't even in trouble for doing that, and they trafficked my child's phone, so any pervert can snatch them off of a bus stop. I hate cops, and they all retaliated against me nationwide, and I am a mark. There it is. There's your mark,
Yep.
Jack. Nationwide, they're going after her, Jack.
Yeah, because she's such a person of importance. They're like, look, she's got GED. We need to keep an eye on that one. She's super smart.
Queen Ged down there, man. We got to keep an eye on her. The
Yeah.
police in Washington State are like, did you guys hear about Queen Ged down there in Florida by Miami and Pembroke Pines?
She's a
You gotta
targeted
get that
individual,
bitch.
guys.
We got to get that bitch. They retaliated against her. A bunch of middle school students were actually snatched from a bus stop around 2019, 2020. I hope they weren't victims of those torture killings that these monsters confessed to on Neuralink. So literally the shit you're hearing in your head. Okay.
Yeah. No, you got to keep reading. Like Evolve just said, you got to keep reading until we get down to DeSantis.
Oh, we will.
I'm
I'm
dropping
hooked.
the link for Medicare's Internet Insanity on these, along with a Vice video that was pretty decent. There you go.
I hope these weren't victims tortured, killed by monsters confessed to on Neuralink, blah, blah, blah. That they weren't because of their phones being trafficked by Lance, shitty cops with likely fake educations, Reyes and Gomez, or sold into sex trafficking. It sucks that every dusty word we're not allowed to say on YouTube for reasons that I don't understand. Wait, we're not past 2 hour mark, right? Yeah, okay.
No.
At Cigna was spying on my trafficked phone, and now I'm the victim of identity fraud because my former coworkers are trash with fake educations and noisy, jealous skanks. Fuck, lady. It's amazing how she goes all over the place. That is one sentence where she talks about somebody at Cigna spying on her phone and her identity be stolen because her ex-coworkers don't have GEDs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why your insurance company wants to spy on you on your trafficked phone. I mean, that doesn't seem like something they care about.
People actually thought I was gay because so many women were spying on my damn phone and in my business. I don't take any nude pictures as my male coworkers lost interest quickly because of that, but they spied on my daughter and got someone to manipulate her to make kiddie porn. Oh, no. She just went from crazy to, I'm pretty sure this chick needs to be in jail for making kiddie porn of her daughter.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this chick needs to be institutionalized regardless.
These are what the roaches in the insurance business are like, and they rub that in my face. I hate these people more than life itself. If there's anyone who has empathy in my situation, please DM me. Do we have an account I can DM her with?
I don't know if you want to get involved in this level of nuts.
I have nothing but empathy. I'm going to tell her about the time the police broke into my house to fight their beta fish. I had this happen to me too. Back in 2019, they implanted me with Neuralink's predecessor, Neura Almost a Link.
Neura dial up.
Yes, Neura 56K. Oh my God. Anyway, or if you work for DOJ or FBI, I'm not hard to find. Oh, I have empathy, and I don't work for the FBI, but I've heard of them. Does that help? Please help me. This is actually happening. I'm going to have to apply for asylum in Europe because of the American terrorists and the police in the USA. I really want to DM her now, like, P.S. The Europeans are in on it.
It's the Russians.
It's what NATO is. The only way to get away from this is to go to North Korea. That's the only place where you're not spied on constantly. That's why the West makes you think that they're spied on constantly.
Yeah, because they don't have Wi-Fi in North Korea. Like this is a good time to remind everybody to like, share, and subscribe. This is the type of gems that you'll get here. This is stuff we stole from Frosted.
If I was a meaner person, I would, or if I wouldn't forget after the show, I totally would DM this person and fuck with them. Do not, real quick, we have to say this. Don't do that, guys. Please do not fuck with this person.
No, this person is unstable and needs professional help.
I understand the desire, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Just to let you know, bitch, I know your passive-aggressive identity fraud ass is involved, and I'm letting others know, too. Your son looks like a damn crazy-ass serial killer. You called him a serial killer earlier. Why is he just looking like one now?
Well, he looks like one as well as acts like one, apparently.
It's not a good way to be a serial killer. People will notice and stay away from you.
Yeah, I would think so.
She has to compete on everything. This from the woman who was repeatedly, you ain't even got no GED. All right.
Not everything's a competition, monkey. Sometimes GEDs are just better.
She has to compete on everything, and I could not even have a boyfriend. She didn't try to screw. Okay, let me try to read that in what she meant to say. I couldn't even have a boyfriend. She didn't try to screw. Then ask, is she better? I hope that happened. Crazy ass psycho bitch. That's how you should have signed this, sweetheart. I heard her and some other uneducated dumb bitch named Leticia Gonzalez, who says, why come and why you bullshitting and psych in 2023, a stupid C word with fake Blackant, who apparently got Mike Epps involved. The actor?
I think that's Omar Epps. I don't know. Who's Mike Epps?
Isn't Mike Epps why do I know that? Wait, isn't Mike Epps the name of a character from a TV show?
Maybe.
All right. No, I know. Yeah, you're right about Omar Epps, but Mike Epps.
There's an actor, musician, comedian named Mike Epps.
Mike Epps, yeah.
That's news to me.
Involved in fraud, theft, and extortion ring. I hope they all get the chair when I finally get justice. I asked Ron DeSantis on this thing if I could have a special exception to bring back old Sparky for my stalkers in the state of Florida for war crimes, among other things. He said no, but laughed. She bothered Ron DeSantis with this nonsense.
I'm shocked.
Is this our fake ass? Yeah, let's see. The banana roach Ingrid. All right.
Look at that ring.
All right. I do have to go back though, because I need to find out more. I need more. So this is from November. That's this one. And so she had one after that about him. I figured this one, fuck you, Trina. This one's about Sebastian. Figured out Sebastian and his gang of terrorist operatives are here yet again, and that fat, ugly, loudmouth bitch named Emma has decided to fuck with me yet again. Dominic and okay, there are just people out there fucking with this lady now.
Oh, you know there are.
Dominic and his fat, disease-ridden, dusty old roach mother Ingrid, likely with that other lame tramp roach Renee Carey. And of course, rat roach Mary Flores. Her face looks like a rat, and she's on LinkedIn as Jennifer Gomez. But I also heard her government name is Amy Weiss, who is actually a baby killer, aka these most annoying people alive, is likely. Wow, this chick is just insane, Jack.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I know Sebastian and Colin from SNL, maybe the sons to people I know in the insurance business, possibly their mothers. Lynn and Michelle are people involved in mass-scale fraud that may have used extortion to get their sons on SNL.
I hope this woman is in insurance business, because if she tried to sell me insurance, it'd be the most insane pitch ever.
Oh my God. This chick is just out there. I was hoping to see her diss somebody else with a picture at the bottom because I need to see who Sebastian is. But apparently, who's Sebastian on SNL?
I have no idea. I don't watch that crap.
Is there even?
I'm not highbrow with a GED here. I'm not educated enough. She eat the poopy.
I don't know who Sebastian is. All right. We'll leave it at that. Guys, there's your crazy for that. Good God, man.
Yeah, Frosted sent me this, and he kind of hyped it up, and I read it, and I was like, yeah, I'm sharing this with Monkey. This is hands down going in the queue tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to read, especially with as much as I interrupt. It's one reason getting paragraphs and everything right is such a pain in the ass for me. I lose my place reading all the time, and trying to find it, I usually do by where I was spatially.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look for words that were familiar from what I last read. It's even harder when it's a wall of text like that.
Yeah.
Typically, I just can't read that shit.
It's difficult for anyone.
But yeah, especially when we're interrupting ourselves.
You have a highfalutin GED too, so
I do.
It's difficult for you. It's going to be impossible for the rest of us.
Yeah, fuck you, Jack, with your college degree, no GED, having ass.
I know, right? I don't have a GED. I'm just a dummy.
Fucking Biden with his no GED. That's going to be my new favorite insult. You ain't even got a GED, bitch.
Don't come at me with your fancy words. You ain't got no GED.
Fake ass, no GED, having ass.
This is what happens when people in the trailer park discover they can make websites.
Yeah. And she's a prolific writer. Remember, guys, prolific does not mean good. She has a lot of content. There's a lot of stuff up there for a lunatic to have a blog like that.
Yeah, that's going to be some poor FBI agent's job at some point, is to sift through all that. Because it's basically just a manifesto of how much she hates these handful of people in the 3 cops that had to deal with her ass all the time because it's on their beat.
Yeah. I feel bad for whoever answers the phone, in Pembroke Pines police station.
Yeah, the dispatcher, whoever answered the phone, which is probably a dispatcher, and whatever cop has to respond to this, because they dread this. It probably happens every day.
I want more. This needs to be like unbreaded on Rekieta Street. I mean, we can come back and check in on her from time to time. Let's save Miss Crazy here so we have her for other nights, Jack.
Yeah, slow news days or something will be like, hey, let's find out what kind of crazy ass Neuralink secret agents are out there. I don't know. I'm sure it'll get nuttier.
Trina Wade skeeting on everybody is the name of this. It's Trina Wade 3 on Medium. Oh yeah, we'll save her in my bookmarks.
Thank you, Frosted.
I'm kind of interested to read her first one. When was this from? When did she post that? September of 2023, and she has all of this stuff written already. Wow.
I think we should go in chronological order.
We should.
Like a regular feature.
Please don't Tesla me. Extreme retaliation. Who could hate these 2 people except disgusting, jealous, racist monsters? I get why many
talk about Herd and Deb again.
I get why many Black Americans don't like me because of my beautiful daughter. What? Trina. Oh, I didn't realize Trina's a white chick. Okay. All right.
She is? Oh, I didn't even look.
Well, it's kind of hard to see in her one picture, but I feel bad showing this on screen because it's got her daughter in it. Well, I mean, we're going to be
profile pic.
What's that?
Isn't this the profile pic she put up publicly?
It might be. No, it's a different one, but it's got her kid's face. But yeah, This is her.
That's a lot of forehead to hold all that crazy.
Well, her head didn't used to be that big. I mean, when she got her GED, it was normal size, but then they put the Neuralink in and they had to extend her skull.
Oh yeah, it's because to hold all the big brain GED material. I feel bad for that kid.
Trina White. Yeah, her name is probably Katrina, and she goes by Trina. Anyway, fucking Trina. Trina Wade. Our new boo. Am I allowed to say that? I got a GED and I realize it's, past its hipness factor. It doesn't slap like it used to.
Well, look, she's using outdated slang anyway, so I think you're okay.
Oh, she's got a Pinterest that's public.
No, I'm shocked.
I need more of Trina in my life.
Do you?
I
Because
do.
I actively try and avoid these people.
I like crazy. You know me. If I was younger, I'd go find and marry this chick, and not married. That's my kind of crazy right there. She goes, you're sitting there watching the game and suddenly you're in her butt. You didn't even realize it was happening. That's how crazy she is.
Yeah. Well, that would not surprise me.
Trina has a bad mouth, man. Hers is worse than mine. I wasn't even that mean to Nikki Haley, and I called her a whore for like 8 hours straight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a victim of gang stalking monkey, so.
Well, yeah. That damn Sebastian and the no GED squad.
Yeah. Sebastian and his mom, who don't even have GEDs.
Fucking, how dare you not have a GED, you fake ass, no GED. Guys, we're wrapping up on Trina and her no GED. I mean, she has one, but nobody else. I have a diploma, but you ain't got no GED, Eagle. You ain't got no GED.
Yeah, is that really the same as having a GED? I mean, it is pretty special. It's got different acronyms and everything.
You know what's fucked up? I'm sitting here thinking, and I promise you guys I would never do anything like this, but how easy it would be for me to manipulate this woman.
It'd be easy for any normal person to manipulate this woman. She's a fucking loon. But if she began to suspect you, because it will always fall apart, she will probably stab you in your sleep.
It'd just be like, look, I was told not to reach out to you, but I saw what was happening to you. And all I can say is you're on the right track. A message
close.
like that would fuck up her whole month. Again, people, I'm not telling you to do this. This is just how my mind works. I don't actually act on these things. I just have an incredibly fucked up brain.
Oh my God. Check Your Logic said GED is not an acronym. She might be talking about a guy named Jed.
No, because she mentions education.
Yes, but he is a guru. Yes, he shot at some wild game and up came some bubble and crude.
Mr. Hugh asks, how far did that father of that kid go for cigarettes? He still hasn't stopped.
Yeah, if I was that dude, I'd be in hiding. Like, change your name and go on the run like Bill Bixby in the Incredible Hulk levels.
Yeah, if it was me, I would get my daughter away from that crazy bitch. But what judge in their right mind would give? I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna. Maybe he's in jail or something, so he couldn't get his kid. But there's no judge that's gonna read that and let that woman have that child.
I would hope not, but I have seen some pretty horrific situations where judges let the kid stay with the crazy one or the junkie. So not much would surprise me at this point.
All right, with that, we're wrapping up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are so very kind to us, and we really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We hope we earn it, but we really do appreciate it. Jack, anything you'd like to show?
I haven't done anything, so nope. But thank you guys for the donos. You're awesome. We appreciate you coming out night after night, and I hope everybody's doing well.
Jordan says dad has already shown he makes bad decisions by sticking his dick in that level of crazy. In fairness, this level of crazy tends to get worse. This girl seriously has some psychological problems.
Yeah. That kid looked like about, 7 or 8?
Yeah.
He probably wasn't that bad when he first stuck it in. Because let's face it, schizophrenia onset is usually in your early to mid 20s. And she looked like she was about 30, 35. She probably wasn't this bad when he first started hooking up with her.
Yeah,
So,
she's based on other pictures I saw her, she's looking 30-ish. And he probably, and look, Jack, even some crazy people, they seem normal until they start to slip into the crazy.
yeah, and he might have been like, she's a little off, but I'm gonna get my dick wet. And he was thinking with his wiener,
And
that backfired horribly.
I hear you on that, but it's not even just that. How many times have we seen people get with somebody who's clearly fucking insane, and they're like, no, everybody else is just lying about them.
Yeah, they're just a little quirky.
Until it turns on them, and then they're like, holy shit, you guys were right.
Where did this come from? Why didn't anyone warn me? That's usually what I've heard.
Yeah.
We all dumbass.
It's way more common than you think. Now, granted, they're not usually quite this level of crazy, but
yeah. Well, interesting thing about most psych meds that people don't realize is that when you're pregnant, you don't take them. So some people just get comfortable with not taking them then.
True. All right, guys. We're going to wrap up. Jack, thanks so much for joining me, man.
Always glad to be here.
Everyone, have a good night. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. This is the song. The bitch is crazy. I think I'm in love.